Alright, people, we're back at it again. I wonder how much people still online. Let's see how it goes. So, we're doing a few things now. Fix Boss is still there, Jamila Jones. Let's see how much people. Let's see if we can still have 100 people online studying. Boy. I have notifications still down. Yeah, man. People still in the dance. So, you're running through some notes again. This is a big chunk of notes, actually. Population and urbanization, and I'll tell you everything you need to know on that, every single thing. Press like on the video, don't forget to do that. Don't forget to if you're present, just say, yo, I see 19 viewers, like people going to sleep. Alright, so if it's under 50, we wouldn't do anymore. If it goes over 50, we'll continue going for the night. It means people still have the energy to revise some more. If it go over 50, well, if it under 50, well, we'll run out this one and we'll call that George for the night. So, do you know where limestone is found in Barbados? Yeah, I used to know, just now let me tell you. We continue. So we continue. Some people, like me, they don't really need sleep to refresh and be good for exam. I could just keep going straight to the exam if I have to, unless I can show I'm done. But some people need that sleep. Where we have this limestone. So yeah, what he's asking is where limestone is in the Caribbean. Harrison here, is it there? Formations in Barbados. Where's limestone from in Barbados? Right? Anybody from Barbados know where limestone is, right? Before we start up with that, I know we have it in back. Well, somebody will just look up that and tell them that, and we continue with to make these videos straight to the point, right? So when people revise it next year or whenever, once they come back with it, they'll be clear. Alright, so let's hope that this comes tomorrow. Population distribution and density. You need to know the definition for population distribution. Population distribution, the actual location of people spread through a country or region. Population density, the concentration of people within a country. So one is concentration and one is the actual location. Like this is how they are distributed. This is a number. This is expressed as how many persons per square mile. It's normally like 1,000. Yeah, just how much persons per square mile. This is population density. And obviously you need to study a general idea for the Caribbean and the population with respect to that, right? Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is you all will decide, depending on if we cross 50, right? People attracted to, it looks like we stopping off on this, and you all will be on your own, and I'll be praying for you. I think I would have done maybe about, including the map reading, so that's one question out of 5. So maybe I've done about 30%, 30-40% of the syllabus, right? There's huge chunks to go, huge chunks. People are attracted to good communication, harbors, valleys, fertile. Alright, looks like we're going for next rounds after this. Good communications, harbors, valleys, fertile soil. So this is what you need to know about population, what they're attracted to and what they don't like, what they avoid. In terms of natural formations. So natural places like harbors that form harbors and valleys. We love to live there. We don't want to live on no mountain really, or no swamp, or no area that's too wet or dry, that or have natural disasters like volcanoes. Well, we could handle a little hurricane once or twice, but see volcanoes, we don't deal up in that. People don't want to live there. Mineral deposits, we love that. We inside. Mineral deposits, bauxite, them kind of thing. We want to live close by so we could deal with the land in it. Then the next thing you need to know about is population redistribution. We need to know about population redistribution. Redistribution. This is just a definition. The movement of population within country to a new. It must be in the same country. Eh? Population redistribution talks about the movement in the same country. If we talk about movements in different countries, that's immigration and immigration and immigration, right? Anyhow, movement of population within country to new locations, that is population redistribution. Remember that the key word is within the country to new locations, but it must be in the same country. So you need to know like how to describe how populations are dispersed. Like example in Trinidad, a lot of the population is urbanized and around Port of Spain and environs, and it just spreading from there. Also, you can see a good bit of the population around agriculture. Um, and you need to know what's the key points that keep people in cities. So the Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, learn that we normally keep near the coast. We normally keep near the coast. Like we love the coast out here, but we not going and live in no Rocky Mountains kind of area. You understand? I'm just doing this laptop, so I'll have it. Right. So decline in agriculture, rural thing. Yeah, there's a general decline in agriculture in the Caribbean. And as you see a decline in agriculture, you'll see we go from rural to urban. You know, carrying shut down in Trinidad, we don't really deal with that sugar again. So we go in and start to live in the town. Caribbean countries are normally dominated by city ports, meaning the city, right? And we don't have internal cities. I will definitely do some physics. Please save this life. All lives are being saved. All lives are being saved. I could probably use it as a slogan. Lives are being saved. Or something. Population growth. So this is important. Pay attention. Population growth. Population growth. So population growth is affected by a few factors. You have the birth rate, you have the death rate, you have immigration, and you have immigration. I think this one is immigration and this one is immigration. I don't know the pronunciation. They just have one with an E and one with an I. The one with an I remember I for in and E for exit. In mean this is when people come in your country. Movement into a country. This one is when people moving out, exiting the country. Alright, but first let me talk about birth rate and death rate. Population growth is affected by these four factors: birth rate, death rate, immigration, and immigration. So birth rate increases when there's not much education and when there's not too good health service. Everybody's want to have some action and make children, just level children making. Right, and the birth rate is normally given per the thousand. So like if you see birth rate is something, it means per 1,000 persons. The death rate, so you have a bachelor in engineering, do electrical. But now I can't do electrical right now. I can't do. We just have to live without the electrical this year. Sorry. Somebody say no decreases. No. Poor education and poor health service makes the birth rate increase. Trust me on that one. Poor education makes the birth rate go up. And countries that as soon as people start to get educated and university educated, they don't want to make no children, you know. They make one and they're good. But when people are poorly educated, they're making 6, 10 big numbers. Death rate is affected by poverty, poor health care, poor public health. You need to know how to talk on these things. So when I study in geo, what made me get the one easily in geo is knowing the talking points. So as I read through the entire book, I store each of the talking points. As I go through my notes, I store each of the talking points. You need to know how to draw your diagrams too and understand how the earth works kind of way. Death rate, poverty, poor public health will increase the death rate. So the natural increase, this is the natural increase in population growth, is latched onto the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. If you have more people being born than dying, is obviously a natural, you would have a high natural increase. If you in making plenty people in your country but plenty dying, you will have a low difference, right? That's easy to understand. So immigration. The one with the E means exiting. The one with the I means coming in. Movement in the country, movement out the country. This one is normally the negative one. This one takes away from a population. This one adds to a population. People would, and you need to know what would make people, why would people want to come in your country? Why would people want to not, why would people want to leave the country? So movement in, the pull to make people come in your country is high employment. When you have a labor shortage, like if you don't have much people working in an industry, in the oil industry, and you need workers, you need skilled workers or unskilled workers, people end up in your country. When you're paying them good, they end up in your country compared to their country. When your country democratic and their country socialist, they end up in your country unless your country have a degree of democracy and socialism that is balanced. But like when in Trinidad right now, when I walk out in Chagonas, it's just Venice. It's just level Venice you're seeing. People from Venezuela coming in here because compared to Venezuela, these benefits are really high. They also end up in your country when you have friendly immigration policies, like if you're not kicking them out at the border. You understand? If you're not patrolling your border, you're allowing them to come in there and end up inside the country. If you're giving them visa, if you're giving them green card and thing real easy, they're going to end up in your country. Lower cost of living, end up in the country. Push. What will make people want to leave your country? That's the one with the E, right? Exit. E for exit. They will want to leave your country if you have natural disasters, political or religious oppression. Like if you're killing Jews, they will leave your country. If your country is Islamic State and not tolerant for any other religion, well, you as a Christian, you don't want to be there. You would look for the next plane out if you could get out. Unemployment, poverty, yes, crime, poor services, natural disasters. If you living in Montserrat and that volcano explode once, you think you sticking around for it to explode twice? Nope, you is getting out. Genocide, war, all those things will make them leave. Know how to talk about it. People, he doesn't have the geo paper leak. Don't worry about that. He just wants you to put your WhatsApp number on there. Alright. Terms. Trends in migration. You need to know these terms. Brain drain, what does that mean? That's when you're losing your skilled workers. You need to know what is unskilled and what is skilled workers. You need to know as a refugee. That's when you're running away from a natural or man-made disaster. Wars, stuff like that. I didn't really write down anything on that because that's kind of obvious. Lack of educational facilities, high crime rate. Yeah, those things will make people want to roll out. You also need to know how to interpret a population pyramid. Excuse me. So all they'll have is the age going down. Obviously, it's not going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll be a full range, like from 0 to 80 or so. And this line shows you how much 10-year-olds you have or how much 80-year-olds or whatever you have, male. And so apparently, we have more 10-year-olds male than female. You understand? And it going down, and this line just showing you how much of them you have. And normally at the end of this line, they'll either put a fraction of the population or a number. So you need to know how to interpret that. And let's stop putting a little number there. The man does not have the paper. Urbanization, the increasing percentage of the population of a country. Maths is leaked. Maths happened already. The answers for maths circulating long time. Since like about 6 or 7 o'clock today. Even before that, the answers for maths circulated. I see plenty of people send the answers to maths to me, to the maths exam. But that already passed. Any pass. I will put up the solutions maybe tomorrow evening or maybe the day after. Look out for them solutions if you want to see it. Hey, 182 people, we're definitely going for next session. Urbanization, well, you have my voice going to talk at speed right now. Urbanization, the increasing percentage of the population of a country living in towns and cities as a result of immigration from rural areas. So when people leave in, remember the E stands for exit, when people leave in rural settlements and go into the city or towns, we call that urbanization. So when your population, the majority of your population living in a town, living in Port of Spain, living in the town, that's urbanization. You're getting urbanized there. All right, so let's look at, in urbanization, you need to know reasons, benefits, problems, and how to control. Once again, for urbanization, you need to know the reasons for why people are becoming urbanized, why the population is becoming urbanized. You need to know how this is good, you need to know how it's bad, and you need to know how to control it. Once again, urbanization, reasons for it, benefits, the pros, the cons, and how to control it. So let's talk about the reasons why it's happening. Urbanization is happening for these reasons. One, the new generation of people, we don't wanna plant no corn. Nobody wanna plant the corn. Everybody wanna raid the barn, right? So nobody wanna go and plant the corn in the hot sun again. We not really attract. They're not fond of agriculture. The new generation, young people, not seeing that as a way of life. Subsistence farming is not vital again, right? Meaning, subsistence farming is when you're planting to live. The food you plant, you're eating that bread. Then you don't really need to operate like that again. You could go in the supermarket and buy your food. You don't need to be running it like that again. So subsistence farming not vital. There's a decrease in commercial agriculture, especially in the Caribbean. We're not really planting no sort of sugar cane again in Trinidad. And since that fallout, people starting to go into urban regions, Shoguners, San Leandro, Arima, Port of Spain, San Fernando. Alright, so subsistence farming not really vital, decreasing commercial agriculture, new generation not fond of agriculture. Manufacturing industries in urban regions, people want to go where the work is. I want to go and work. I want to go where I can get a good job. I want to go where it's a tourism and nice hotel and thing. I want to live it. I want to line with some tourists. I want to relax with some people from England and thing, right? You want to work in the tourism sector. You got to go in the urban. You're not going and stay in a shack in the country. Public services, all of a sudden, bam, you're getting healthcare, you're getting sports centers, you're getting a bar to go and drink after maths exam. Don't drink after maths exam, you're too young to be doing that. Yeah, also getting good educational services, all of a sudden you're next to the university. Things nice. Public services, government services. That's why, remember, this is a reason for urbanization. This is why people are running away from the country and heading to town. Country boy came to town. Lack of infrastructure in the rural areas. So when in them rural areas, when you're not getting no water, imagine you living in the country and you're getting water once a week, and you have to fill up your tank. Nobody wanna go through that. Immigration, immigrants settling towns. Yes, this is the next thing. Remember, I means coming in. When people come in your country, you feel they're going and live. They feel they're going and live in the rural areas. Nope, they come in to live in the town. Yeah, bad road. Well done, Jamelia Jones. Like you're living in the bush. Like you're living in the bush, Jamelia Jones. So you know the route, you know the runnings. Bad road and thing. What's not giving you what? Things fighting up. Mosquito biting you. You want to move. That's reasons for urbanization. And here are the benefits. Which kind of is the same thing, kind of is the same thing, but you need to know how to twist it when you're writing. So benefits is that you're going to get these services now. All of a sudden, you could go movie town. You're living close to movie town, right? Church, you could go your best church and thing. Universities, government offices, hospital. If you get sick, you're not to catch a donkey cart to try and reach the hospital. You could just drive to the hospital, ambulance coming and pick you up now. For now, garbage truck passing in your area and picking up your garbage. You understand? You can get good internet service. Imagine you're living in the country and you can't watch current Springer videos because the internet breaking. Press Y if you get poor internet and you see me sticking sometimes. Don't be frightened, don't be ashamed. Press Y. Sometimes my internet is go down too. I live in kinda in the bush, but not really in the bush. Our area getting urbanized. And next benefit is airports and harbor, social life. All of a sudden you can line. If you look at people pressing Y, all of a sudden you can line with a best smallie. You can't line with the country the picking small. I mean, a country girl could be a nice girl too, but when you go in town, it's just a wide variety. A wide variety you're going to pick from now. Social life lit. You're going to climb on the avenue. Social life. This is the benefits of urbanization for a person. You're getting room for entrepreneurship. If you wanna open a business, you feel you're going and sell doubles out in the country in the bush. Not much people going and buy your doubles, but if you open up on Curab Junction, bam, you're getting sales for soap. If you open your business, room for your business, that is a benefit. The only reason I'm saying it in a comical way is to help you remember more. And this is how I remember stuff for geography as well. Higher wages, and partly because this is how I talk right through. Higher wages. You're getting better jobs, higher wages, obviously. Educated labor force. For example, if you are a businessman, you feel you're going and open your business in the country, you won't get workers. But if you open your business in an urban region, you will be able to hire workers, right? Josh, what kind of advice are you giving the people, boy? Josh Els. That's what you used to do in school, boy? Hey, Josh? What about volcanoes and rivers? You gonna do that? Boy, I don't know what I'm going to do next week. See just now. I nearly done this though. 21 minutes and we nearly done. Problems. So we're starting to go into the problems of urbanization. All you know at the end is give a little recap. So wait for the recap. Problems. Here are the problems of urbanization. Because once the people want to live in that area, the land prices is start to go up because there's get demand for land, the land prices is go up. All of a sudden you have overcrowding, which leads to poverty, which leads to crime. Right? Overcrowding leads to poverty, which leads to crime. Once there are people in that area, like you could, I don't want to call no areas in Trinidad. As a man don't like it's like the state of the controversy. So I ain't gonna call no areas to stigmatize the area. But you know what I'm talking about. Call an area in your country where crime is, where it's a real crime, and you realize that area is the victim of urbanization. We have real crime in Jamaica. We have real crime in Guyana. If I come to Guyana, what area they'll tell me to stay the hell away from? If I come to Barbados, if I come to Grenada, I show you have a street and they tell me, Virgin, sir, I know you're cool and thing, but don't walk down that street, you will get gunshot. Right? So overcrowding and thing, all of that is due to somebody say 5 rivers. Like where my school is. Right? All over Grenada, serious. What's going on with Grenada? Vincy Paul's lot. Ting, Maloney. Pleasance and Guyana. I know to stay the hell away from me. Stay away from Thanos. Alright, let's keep going. So the danger of contagious disease. If you in a town, you ever notice after carnival everybody's get cold, everybody's get kind of dread virus, dread flu. You ever notice that? That's because it's easy for the disease to pass around. When you whining on a girl, the flu saying, yeah, boy, yeah, we making a name out here and everybody get the cold. Pollution, obviously, this is the first problem everybody's go to for urbanization. All of a sudden, pollution, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution is obvious, right? Plenty traffic. Destruction of the environment, right? We're cutting down, like Port of Spain, you'll be cutting down marshlands. You can't really go and swim. You feel you could go and swim in that ocean outside by Hyatt Day. Hear me, ocean in that sea by Hyatt Day. You will come back up and things will be rotting on you, right? You understand? Because the water stink. You want to go and swim in the water by the bottom? No, brother. You can't do that. Unless it's a piper. Nothing is affect a piper. A piper can swim in that water, drink that water normal and come back healthier, right? Neglect of rural areas in policy making. This is very important. This is a nice one you can talk about. What does this mean? The government like votes. So them going for where all the people is. You understand? This is why we need constituencies to try and avoid this from happening. But the government is want to focus on the town area and all of a sudden people in the country getting neglected. So this is our next problem with urbanization. And lastly, Last thing in urbanization, how do we control it? How do you control urbanization? How do you limit it and make sure it can get out of control? Here are some ways. You could have new towns. Another way I didn't write down here is that you could use technology now. So technology with emails and fax. All the government buildings don't need to be in the same spot. Decentralization. Well done, Makeda Bratwit. That's a nice one. I'll stop saying that they have leaked papers and they don't have no leaked papers now. Expansion of old towns. So expand the town. These two not really nice. Nicer ways to control it would be like bringing services to rural areas. You understand? If you make a little police station, hospital, school, and thing out the road or out in the country, then people ain't gonna wanna run away. If you bring a little jobs, if you bring in jobs to the rural areas, you bring a little industry in there and thing, people ain't gonna wanna run away. People ain't gonna wanna run away from the rural areas no more. Right? And I'm not talking about how to reduce pollution, ex boss. Green spaces doesn't really control urbanization, it just reduces pollution. These are the things that control urbanization. And finally, another one you can do to control urbanization is to investigate. I say investigate. Investigating, yes. Although this is not supposed to be investigating at time. It's no gating here. This is investing in agriculture, making farming viable. So if you make it so that people could farm and actually get money out of farming, then they wouldn't feel too bad. If I was a farmer and I know I'm making a living and providing for my family, I wouldn't study to move to the country anymore. So you ready for the big recap? This is a big chunk of human systems in geography. This is a big chunk of it. So I'm going to go off again and then you already decide what topic I'm going to do next. So we have population, distribution, and density. Know the definitions of population, distribution, population, density. Study how it's in the Caribbean. Study the people attracted to what makes people want to live in that area. What makes people want to avoid that area. Population, redistribution, what makes people leave an area. You understand? What is population redistribution? Understand how population grows, the 4 factors: birth rate, death rate, immigration. Know that the one with the E stands for when they leave in your country, the one with the I stands for when they're coming in the country. Birth rate, death rate. Know about natural increase. Weather and climate, that's what they're talking, weather and climate. Weather and climate sounding like the plan. You need to know trends in migration, brain drain, unskilled labor, refugees, what those words means. You need to know, in case they throw out a population pyramid, that you what it's talking about. Weather and climate next. Okay, weather and climate next. Weather too easy. What is the hardest thing? Tell me, what is the hardest thing? Urbanization. You need to know urbanization means. That's when your percentage of your population move into the cities as and immigrating from the rural settlements. I don't know what you're talking about, details. I really don't know what you're talking about. And for urbanization, you need to know your reasons, the benefits, the problems, and how to control them. Map is hard. I did that already. I did a lot of maps already. How did geopass papers look so hard? Because geopass papers, you need to talk, and a lot of you all don't know how to write and expand on an idea. So this is why I'm giving you all this in this kind of format. Weather and climate is the hardest. Weather and climate is the hardest. Soils. Let me write what I see. I already did river. I did rivers. I did maps. I did urbanization. All of those are out already. So people saying soils and weather and climate and limestone. So people saying soils, weather and climate, and limestone. You all know I go up for like half an hour or 40 minutes and then come back with the full notes and everything you need to know about it. People saying coast. Coastal features. If I'm doing limestone, I might just do coastal features. Plate tectonics. Plate tectonics. Alright. So I'm gonna name this is weather and climate. I'm gonna name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all type the number which one you want me to do next. Type the number, and you know, as a man for the people, for the people is my slogan or something. For the people. So 30 minutes, whatever, to come back. If you're all still here, you could go and sleep now. 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4. And I see much trees. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 3 out. 3 out. And I see much trees. 3 is out. So you all are taking out 3. 1, 1, 1, 1. So I'm now watching trees again. 1 rail in by. 4s. I see a lot of 4s. Plate tectonics, I really not see no plate tectonics. I'm not really into the plate tectonics right now. So 5 out, I'm not counting 5 again. Which one? So is either 1, 2, or 4. 1, 2, or 4. 1, 2, or 4. I'm not watching 5 and I'm not watching 3. 1, 2, or 4. 1, 2, or 4. I see real 1s, I see real 2s. Soils. So 4 and really taking it. 1 and 2. Alright. So I'm gonna look up soils and organize my notes on soils and weather. So these two is what next. Right? So we're gonna do our next. What's the time now? How much people online? I'll press like. I'm gonna press, since I didn't get to see no ads or anything, but we're doing this for the people, so we need to study ads. So we're gonna do 1 or 2 next people. If you're still up, if it have 50 people still up, we'll continue. When I come on, if not, well, then we just call that George. Remember, we just killing off topics in Geo right now, and this will help people next year too. This will help people next year too. Y'all, anyhow, feel free to speak freely. I see people talking on what's that madness in the chat. All right, so later.